Hi, this is Amason, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechatronics Engineering at SNS College of Technology. Today, I am going to discuss about the continuation to the previous videos, especially on the basics of engineering drawing. So, everybody knows engineering drawing is how to draw in solid edge in the previous videos, and the basic projection of solids in top view and front view has been discussed in the previous classes. Now, we are moving towards the projection of an solid with a single inclination. So as I said, like I would like to share the solid edge software to understand the basics of drawing. Right, this is the software which I have been drawn here. So as I said earlier, I have to like to draw the straight line, which is said to be a reference line, which is nothing but a HP and VP that has to be mentioned as like this. So this will be considered as VP, and this will be considered as HP. Now I like to zoom the area where we have to draw. So as I said earlier, this is an projection of a pentagonal pyramid of side base 25 mm and axis height of 60 mm with the triangular face perpendicular to HP and VP. So as I said, the triangular face is perpendicular means that one edge will be in perpendicular surface. So I like to draw this as the side of 25 mm. So from this point, I have drawn it. So from this point, the angle of 25 length and angle is minus 18. So similarly, I am to draw is 25 mm and the angle is 18 degree. So to connect the three dots, I like to, as I said earlier, I have to draw the arc with the arc by center point 3 points. So this is 8 point and the radius is 25 mm. And I like to sweep from here to here. Similarly, from the opposite direction, the end point size is 25 mm. And I like to sweep from this point to this point till it touches. Then I am using this trim command and to remove the excess point only to identify the joints. So from this point, I like to draw and edge the corner. This is 25 mm. Similarly, I have to join this side. This is 25 mm. Now I am going to remove these surfaces. As I said earlier, the diagonal surface has to be drawn like this with the midpoint. Similarly, from this point to this point, I have drawn the midpoint. Similarly, from this point to I have drawn this midpoint right now. So using the trim option, I like to remove the excess lines. So which means the joint has been a single part, and similarly, I like to join the surfaces from this point to this point. This is the simplest way of projecting a pyramid. From this point, I like to mention this as A, this as B, this point as C, this point as D, this point as C. Similarly, I have to like share this point is as O. From this point, I like to take the minimum line, which is nothing but a trace. I like to change the color into an red. So from this point, I need to draw till this one. Similarly, from this point, it travels to E and join here. Similarly, from this point, from D to top level. Similarly, from center point to top level. So the height of the axis is nothing but 50 mm, right? Or 50 or 60. This is a 60 mm line. So I am draw the 60 mm straight line, which is nothing but an axis line, which is converted into an axis line by using the above commands. So from this point, I need to draw the surface points as 25 mm from the edge of the point to top of the hill. And similarly, from this point to this point, from this point to this point, similarly from this point to top. So I like to change the colors. So to differentiate how it has been changing. So this has been changed into black color. This is how the projection of points has been carried out with the size of about 50 mm. So this will be the darkest line. Then I like to mention this point as this one is B dash in the bracket, which is cannot be seen as A dash. And this one is D dash. And this point is C dash. In bracket, it is E dash. And finally, this will be considered as O dash. So again, the side is perpendicular. So I like to change this position. So now this is the simplest way of projecting an projection of a pentagonal pyramid.